he likes being a computer way too much.
Jeremy, don't think I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I totes know what's happening. It's all good. I'm a producer.
Sure.
What did he do?
I'll tell
Look
you
in the
when-
corner of your screen. The other corner.
He put us live.
He put
Put
his
us live.
Hi. We're early. This isn't
Hi,
no.
everybody.
We're not supposed to do this. This is early.
I've got eyes.
It's making up for all of those many times that we've been late.
Kill stream. We're done.
There have been a lot. That's the stream for
That's
the
it.
week. Happy to have James here for 30 seconds.
What was
to
even
chat.
better was Dan's looked at the screen, and when the note was in the middle of the screen, and then got up and left.
Hi everyone. Hi AJ.
Hey everyone, what is this? Episode 105. We're professionals.
What the hell just happened here?
Professionals, especially
I'll
with
tell you
us
when you're older. Hang on.
flipping.
You can't
Okay,
blame me
got
because
it.
I haven't been here for weeks.
Yeah, actually, maybe that's why.
That's why I'm back and things have collapsed instantly.
That check
No, I
out.
think we're
So
always collapsed.
we're going to welcome, I think, what is possibly the best dressed guest that we have ever had on the show.
Very possible.
James. Yeah.
I think Christina was raising a hand for herself there.
No, I was pointing. Pointing. I'm wearing a hoodie.
She's not people.
I know.
All so true.
Harsh but true.
So how is everyone today? Dan is going to come back. And
He's going to be very confused. I'm good. It's good to be back. I haven't tasted a whiskey in many weeks. It's been 3 weeks, I think, since the last time I had a drink. So this is going to be a very interesting blind tasting.
You've been single parent for 3 weeks, haven't you, Brad?
For like 5 weeks, yeah. That ended yesterday's.
So I'm just guessing you have no desire to get a divorce anytime soon, or seek custody if it happens, based purely on that 5 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. This is live. Careful what you say, Brad.
She doesn't watch these. I could not pay her enough to watch this stream.
Yet she has made a video for the channel, so you know.
She did do that.
Oh, was that the cake video?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so amazing.
It was pretty
What,
good.
the cake or the
It was a
video?
good- It was one of our better videos on the channel, I think. It was good.
Breakfast cake was the bomb.
Yeah.
What are your views on breakfast cake, Dan?
Yep, good.
Breakfast cake. That video was one of my favorite videos on our channel. Is the breakfast cake. It was the best edited and the most comedic video. So I have to quickly, because I was dealing with some stuff. I don't know what's going on. We've obviously introduced.
Are you not ready to go live yet, Dan? We will go late otherwise.
No, I'm super ready. Super ready.
Perfect.
I wanted to know. Oh, I knew we were live. That's why I had to leave, because my kid was going bonkers. So as soon as you went live and Beckham was still going nuts, I'm like, no, I'm going to go ahead and mute that. So, yeah, is there a preferred or ideal order that we should have these in, James, before we get into any of these?
All right. So great way to kind of introduce this whole night for you guys. Number one, thank you so much for having me along this journey, because this is going to be fun. So you've got stickers and unlabeled bottles. So we're going to do blinding flights on a weekday. A little representation for our musical artist, The Weeknd, and blinding lights. So it's up to you guys to decide. I did one with Jason last night. And what we did was we wanted to really show the nose of the whiskeys and put them in order.
Hold on a sec. Brad, you're fucking
You're blowing
Oh,
it
is
up.
this loud?
like holy shit.
Yeah, it's so professional.
So sneaky. So sneaky. Definitely failed the stealth check on that one.
Yeah, okay.
Funny.
That's right. I've muted him for the moment. He can unwrap his Happy Meal and bacon and whatnot.
Okay.
I didn't know what he was doing. I knew someone was making some crazy noise.
I knew, and right away when I heard it, I knew it was the package, right? Because I could hear the paper. I'm like, oh yeah, he's opening it up right away. Like that's what's going on, and it happens to be like the most effective noise at scrambling.
And I'm gonna totally call Brad out here because he spent all that extra time that was before the pre-show, getting clean Glencairns and being all professional instead of just pouring his whiskey and letting it breathe for 20 minutes.
Like the rest of us.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get James to finish continuing what he was on there
That's
before
okay,
we
man.
head too far off.
So I recommend whenever you do a blind tasting, there's a couple of things I look for. And I start with my first two senses because I don't want to taste anything yet, but I want to visualize the whiskey and smell the whiskey. Once I go through those two steps, I try and put them in order of lowest ABV to highest ABV, and that's the order I would like to drink them in. So I'm not going to help you guys tonight in this process.
Oh, this is a sherry bomb right away. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna write. No, I got my notepad, so if my head ducks down for a couple seconds and I'm not talking or responding, it's because I can't write and talk at the same time.
So throughout the night, as you go through the colors and you start talking about the whiskey, just reference the color of the sticker that's associated with the whiskey.
Yeah.
So for those of you at home, we have pink, green, and yellow, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green
Shit,
right
I'm
away.
colorblind.
Green is 100% sherry finish or fully matured sherry because it's like hardcore on the nose sherry. It's possible. It could be a wine. I'm getting a lot of sherry notes though, so I want to go with sherry. Nice and dark.
So,
Super fruity. Lots of plum.
what's the darkest whiskey there?
This one.
The
Which
the
green
one
dot?
I was talking about.
The green dot?
The green,
Yeah.
Green dot.
dark.
All right.
By far. The other two actually, as far as
Oh.
visual, look almost identical.
Almost identical, yeah.
I'm going to make some notes here, right? Based on the very tiny amount of visual that we've got, based on the tasting notes of the three and avoid, and see if I can get.
I'm guessing, Dan, you just smelt yellow.
Yeah, yellow is super, super sweet, really gentle. Right away, I want to nail it into an Irish or a Canadian.
Yeah, I was
It could be
thinking,
a
like-
sneaky type of very
So
nice
something-
and sweet. There's something going on in there.
So triple distilled or pot stilled or
Pot still. I'm getting pot still. It's a very delicate, buttery. I want to say. I see. This is my problem though, because some Canadians can be sneaky and be Irishy, but I'm gonna throw.
It's almost like a appley bready kind of.
so
Yeah,
so
and every time I
Wait,
want to
time out.
was
What
gonna
the
say,
hell
James-
whiskey are we talking about?
Yellow.
Okay,
Yellow.
cool. Thank you.
I'm just gonna lock in Teeling as my guess now.
I will say this on the yellow from the smell. I can definitely tell that I'm fairly sure whoever bottled it had a small laceration on their left hand and their blood type's A positive.
Going full of Sherlock. Okay.
Every time I want to say it's an ex bourbon, there's like a little funky kind of weird kind of extra note.
There's definitely a
Is it
funky
that is it? There's a lot of kind of traditional ex bourbon cask notes, but there's a funky little weird.
There is.
So you reckon
Still
there
To
was
writing
me, to me, this
still
is all
writing
apple
down-
and spice for me for some
you
reason.
think there could
I
be
get
some
the
method in
apples.
madness in that haze?
There's
You
like
get apples off the yellow too, Brad?
I am so gonna pull.
There's something I don't want to call it metallic, but it's like in that.
I think it's that
direction.
coppery twang from the pot stuff.
Yeah.
I get lots of baking spices on it personally. That's weird.
All right. So we smelt the green, we smelt the yellow. Let's go to the pink.
Okay, pink.
Shark-like senses on that laceration. Love it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is a different beast.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
So for those of you watching at home, I poured 3 samples. Oh, unfortunately, our producer can't have any tonight because he's very far away. But I poured 3 samples for our amazing host here of Cast Strength. And the idea was I poured 1 for each person. Clearly, there's a person I don't like and they didn't get a sample, but their choice. But it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with. And I'm already blown away by some of the notes that you guys have picked out, actually very blown away. Peter, I won't answer that question, actually. I would say reach out to my good partner, Ray Daniel, on Instagram. He's our bourbon ambassador for the country. And I think you'd also be surprised at how many they do have.
Yeah.
Ask why can't
I was just throwing up the question that you were responding to.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I get like floral on this for me.
I'm getting the most delicate, like the delicate peat ever.
Yeah, like I'm like I want to say that I get peat off of it, like really instantaneous, but like after I smell it a while, it kind of like fades out.
Right. It's trying to fake itself out. Like
I'm gonna step out.
Well,
I'm gonna step out
so
on the line
James,
and say that this is
made a mention there of it's a different beast altogether. And I don't know whether or not he's projecting that it may be a monster or a beastie, you know, like a something. No? Oh, it wouldn't definitely. It's too dark to be wee beastie.
It's
but,
ex-bourbon cask, 100% ex-bourbon cask. So much vanilla,
way too dark to be wee beastie.
Wait a
Look at
minute.
the coloration.
No,
So
it's not
light.
wee beastie
Yeah,
at all. It's not wee beastie, and the color
So-
and the
No,
smell.
but is it a
screams
timorous?
ex-bourbon cask.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Uh-oh, the void is onto something.
I am. I through oral senses, I am actually hearing thousands of tortured souls in this. So I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah, we looked at it, we smelled it. Have we listened?
I always listen.
So I'm the one that James hates then because he got something for you.
Sheesh.
How do you know it's not Brad? How do you know that yellow's not like
What
lighter?
the hell is this? That is interesting. Super interesting.
Like
Yeah, it is. It's super, super, super nice. Like I'm really
Very
interested
curious.
in that one.
Like I legit cannot put my finger on what that smell is. Like it's triggering something in my head, but I cannot lock it down to anything.
okay, hold on.
This is my nosing notes so far.
So we've nosed some whiskey, we've viewed some whiskey. Why don't we go and taste some whiskey? You guys pick out the first whiskey we decide to taste.
Oh, is it a Port Charlotte kicking through?
I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with
yellow.
the one that I think is an Irish, or possibly a unique Canadian because it's the most gentler and
Yep. So that'd be
So
the yellow.
no.
dot.
So
Let's
everyone's
go
on yellow.
then. All right.
So yellow, all right.
We all do our yellow whiskey.
Yep.
to James. This one's
all yellow.
James. Thank you very much for this awesome opportunity to
Thank you so much, James. This is fun.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I'll make sure I manifest in your room.
That was way creepier than I wanted it to be.
Oh.
Okay. Now I'm fucked. This threw me a severe curveball from the nose, like big time different. The nose was so gentle and so sweet and creamy, and the palate is. I'm getting like a white wine finish type of note in there, like white grapes.
Yeah,
very tannic grape skin.
I could see that.
Little bit of green apple skin.
Mm-hmm. I definitely did taste
the apples come through. Yeah.
I would say out of the whiskeys that I have, I think for me, this is one of my most shocking whiskeys. And when I get it into people's hands, it opens their eyes to a different level. This is definitely a unique whiskey. I love the profiles in this. There's not another whiskey like it, I don't believe. And
is it on the back wall? Is it on the back wall?
We're cheating. Let's all just stare at the wall.
Holy shit, that's actually not a bad idea, right? But no. Yeah, there's a that it's very tannic. It comes into like a pepper at the very, very finish. And it is way punchier than the nose lets on. The nose, which by the way is fantastic. The nose on it is remarkable. And now everything in again with the nose. I'm getting a little more of that tongue in with the nose, but it's possible that this could be like super young. Like maybe just short finish in a sherry cask or really short finish.
Look at that smile and that laugh. You're either really close or way off.
James is like, these guys really are actually professional.
No, these guys don't know what they're talking about at all. Why am I even here? What is going on?
It's one or the other.
Brad, tell me what you're getting.
What I'm getting a lot of appley fruitiness off of this, but there's something in the finish, like the wine, like Dan was saying, like
and it comes and it develops. So it grows on the back of the tongue, like it right now. Still from that last sip,
I'm copying from Dan's notes, is what I'm doing. But yes, I am also getting those things.
So Brad's whiskey hasn't been breathing for 20 minutes either. So he's got a much more nude pour as such.
It's actually a legit call out. Void?
Man, this thing is weird. From the nose, I just did not expect anything that I got. And I don't drink white wine, but it has that sense of that to me. Like, it definitely feels
white. I don't know why
the tannins are there. It feels like, and I'm guessing that's from the cask itself.
That's the coloration on the whiskey.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if I held that one up too.
So I'm going to hold this up. The next latest whiskey was the other one. Just to give you an idea of them side by side, they're very similar.
Yeah, very similar.
Very similar color, yeah.
So when you're talking a white wine, are we talking a dry white or are we talking?
I'm getting dryness.
Yes,
from it.
Very tannic, very dry, like an extra dry, like Chardonnay. And I've only had one Chardonnay finished whiskey, and it was a long row 17-year single cask. And it's not similar too much to this, but it's just that finish. It is a very drying, tannic white grape. And so many times that I've wanted to guess white wine and that white grape note, it ended up being sherry cask, but just a short finish. Like it wasn't in for 2 years. It was in there for like 6 months.
Is it bright? Is it bright or is it citrus?
It's bright.
It is very bright. But also it builds into a little more body as it goes on. Like again, it's very sneaky, and then you get in there, then all of a sudden it just rolls onto the back of the tongue and builds with a couple nice layers of that. And like I wanted to say right away on the nose, I would have said ex-bourbon all the way, and the look, but on the tongue, it's totally different.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised I'm not pulling like a prison shiv out of my back right now from this whiskey because it is sneaky.
It is, and I really like that. I like that a lot about whiskeys, where there's so much more on the palate than what you were getting on the nose, and on the eyes too. Because let's face it, we do, no matter how much we want to admit it or not, we do assess a lot and kind of form some type of opinion, if even a tiny bit, by the color. The first thing we do when we lay eyes on a whiskey. So
I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because the whole coloration and, you know, when we get into the single malt Scotch category specifically, we talk about E150 coloring, and it's a topic I love having with people because they challenge me a lot on it. And they're like, well, why would you do that if it doesn't change the flavor? And the reality is just what you said.
It's a weird thing, though, isn't it? Like, it's one of those things that if you're really deep into the world, you're right, it doesn't change the taste. However, if you're kind of in that middling, which 80 to 90% of the people who are buying whiskey are in that middling, it does, because there has always been that drummed-in perception that the older a whiskey is, the darker a whiskey is, the darker the whiskey is, the more flavoursome it is. So especially with clear bottles, you're already in that huge big hit of bam. I mean, I saw it very early in the days, and so would have Nessie. The amount of people who would pour an Ardbeg and thought it was fake because there is no way that such a strong, punchy whiskey could be so light.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a great follow because, and I think the distillers now are damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Indeed.
Yeah.
If you do E150 coloring in your whiskey and you come off with a darker color, and I know Steve just commented down with E150, I can't really support that because it's not fair to the brand if they choose to change the recipe, take the E150 out, and then all of a sudden their sales plummet to a third of what they were because public perception says your whiskey's lighter, it's not as flavorful.
Yeah.
Because eyesight is a sense of taste.
And yet again, too, we are a subset of whiskey drinkers, right? We are the 2% of the 100%. So,
and that's going to be
education level in there that you know, just because it's clear doesn't mean it necessarily has no taste to it. We've gone down those roads. We've learned that lesson. Whereas people who might not explore as much aren't going to understand that quite as well.
Side note, does anyone get like a vegetal note out of this one?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yep.
The other thing will be interesting will be where it is in the boom, because as James is probably aware, at the tail end of the last big whiskey boom, clear spirits were the big afterwards. So, you know, the beer, then whiskey, and then clear spirits. That was the sort of the 3-bump trend. And you had a lot of beer makers trying to do like that hard, you know, mix to try and capture the market as everyone went into pre-mixed drinks and then into whiskey. And then at the end of the whiskey boom, you had a lot of whiskey makers going into clear liquors and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see if that coloration will bear a bit of a thing as the trend matures.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about this when we open up the results of tonight's. Let's move on to our second whiskey, though, for sure. You guys get to pick pink or green.
I'm going to say green because that was what we started with first.
Green is that sherry. Oh, it's opened up so much now, sitting in the glass. Wow, this is a sherry
I'm
bomb.
hesitant because this has the heavier nose.
Sherry bomb.
Worried that this might have a heavier taste to it.
Christina might be right on that. We should probably go with pink.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do pink.
Yeah, all right, let's go to pink.
I'm really interested in that hardcore sherry bomb.
To be fair,
I can't wait.
I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage knowing which one was stronger.
What, you know what's going on?
No.
You know what? Oh
no. He doesn't.
No.
I don't know why he said that.
I am literally more in the dark than you guys. That's
He's just making everything up.
He's in the dark than the void right now.
I was gone. I was fetching things.
Jeremy, why are you all red?
Okay, so yes, it is Axe Bourbon. It is Isla. Do you know what this reminds me of, Brad?
Wait, whoa, time out. What am I doing?
Pink.
Okay.
Pink.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Is it possible that James pulled a fast one and did slip? This reminds me of, minus the bubble gum,
I wouldn't put anything past James.
This reminds me of
James is a
Ardbeg.
sneaky one.
Ardbeg 20-something, which was 23 that you had, Brad?
The first, yeah, it would have been the 23.
Without the bubblegum note. The bubblegum note isn't there, but it's like...
Do you think I would serve you Ardbeg, number one?
I don't know. I don't know.
But there's something
That
in
seems
here for
unlikely,
everyone
but
that
it would be
everyone
hilarious.
love. Yes, I would think that you would serve us Ardbeg.
It would be hilarious.
No.
Let me hold
It
on.
would be
Let me just
Lefroy.
ask
No.
this. Let me ask this.
Just from a career standpoint, that would be tricky, I think.
Let me ask
Because
this.
you guys
First of
have
all,
bloody, right?
First
It'd
of
be
all,
Brookline.
we're all on the pink dram, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I do have Ardbeg on my bar.
Okay. Brad, Void, Christina. Do you guys do you think that could possibly be?
I haven't tasted anything yet, just off of nose alone. I don't think so.
It's Isla Pete in an ex-bourbon cask. I've already written that down. I'm so confident on that. But it's very...
I hope it's a peated.
I could be convinced of that.
I do like how that peat just kind of like it starts in nice and low and just
Yo, that is a creeper.
it's a creeper.
Yeah, but you know what? It's still strong.
Like, is it peated? Is it? Yes. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
No, maybe.
Yes,
Well,
peated.
yes, it's peated.
100% it's peated.
Yes.
But it's super, super subtle, like time in cask subtle.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
Like 15 years for sure, minimum.
Almost like the art of time.
Oh, fuck.
That could be misleading. That could be very misleading. Don't buy into everything I say.
Quick, buy into everything he says. So just keeping in mind, right? Just keeping in mind, and Bowmore is one of the Beam-Suntory brands, right?
Bowmore,
Yeah,
Lefroy,
he's got a ton of awesome. That's why I'm just.
Yep.
are the 3 single malt scotches, as well as Glengarry, which is a unique curveball. Then we have our Irish whiskeys that I also represent, Tyrconnell, Kilbeggan. And then we have the other Beam-Suntory brands that I'm not personally responsible for, but we can talk to them. Maker's Mark, Canadian Club.
So because you've also got Connemara as well, haven't you?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
God, I feel like this is Lefroy-ish, honestly.
If it's not, well, here's the thing. If it's not Ardbeg, it's Lefroy because I'm getting that strong. And, and remember,
can you taste?
I'm a Lefroy sucker.
It's the difference is the footnote. Can you taste feet?
Listen, man, I don't go around licking feet. I don't want to know what you do.
That's really, really good.
There might be a little hint of feet on the back end.
As long as you have consent, you can taste the feet. It's fine.
I just said I don't. That's all. I don't shame anyone for tasting feet. Well, maybe.
Right. So if you can taste feet, unless he's really
that's
fucking
good.
With you, unless he's fucking with you and got
good.
hardcore in there.
That is damn good.
It is super good.
Good.
I have all of these. I assume are going to be quite good.
All right.
No.
All right. I've got my guess here now is going to be that.
God,
My mouth is dancing. And guys, so you know at home, last week we talked about, I said, if somebody got the exact expression right, I would send them a prize, and it would be a sample of this bad boy behind me, the Bowmore 27-year-old Timeless, which I'm not going to lie to you is possibly, and I've had more expensive whiskey than it, absolutely, but right now, this is my favorite release of all time.
Well, I don't have to worry about getting that then.
I'm keeping a little track. I'm keeping a little score of certain notes that you guys are saying, and I'm giving you guys little points here right now as we speak. And just to let you know,
Dan's ahead.
I mean, this is an old.
Brad is last,
as
it should be.
I have to say it's an old Lefroy. It has too much Lefroy character in it, and it's too mellow to be young.
the score is 3-2.
There is a peated Highland in the.
It could be the 25.
Is it an older Ardmore?
Trying to remember what the 25 tastes like because I have tasted.
I don't even know if
never tasted it.
Lafroy 25.
I have never tasted it. I'm not gonna lie. I used 60%. No, I say 50%. Just knowing what James has.
So do me a favor.
But it's definitely an aged Isla, and that's why I thought of that. Like, could this be?
What's the ABV? What's the ABV?
Oh shit, I'm terrible at that.
Me too.
I'm absolutely terrible. Honestly, like, and it might be because the first 3 years of my bourbon or of my whiskey journey was high proof bourbon. That like my palate is just completely desensitized to.
I mean,
but
it feels
automatically
like high 40s.
Yeah, it feels high 40s. I don't think it would be over 50.
Yeah, but it might be one of those sneaking ones that
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's 60%. How is that possible?
Are you getting any bite?
So
like
good. It's
ginger
so
bite
good.
or anything? Any ginger bite or anything like that? In it?
No, it's super. It's like very, very ex-bourbon-y. Like super ex-bourbon, super Isla.
And age. It's
very
just age
coastal.
is dripping off of this one, it seems to me.
Super coastal, lots of brine on the nose, just lots of time. And that's why I went with Lafroy 25 because
Brad, did you get any water? Have you got the ability to drop a bit of water in there?
I could do that.
I can do that.
All right. Just drop see if I'm thinking right. See if any fruit flavors come out.
Was it a drop of water?
Yeah, just a drop of water.
Oh, look at you
One
guys.
of these days,
roll.
One of these days, I'm gonna fall off this chair and like knock that whole shelf down, and you guys are gonna have the most entertaining.
No, I mean, first I'm gonna be concerned for the whiskey, then I will laugh, and then I'll see how you are.
Using my fancy little crowded barrel dropper.
Yeah,
you go.
too.
I'm using an Ardbeg dropper.
Okay.
Oh, you got the Ardbeg one, you bastard!
I gave you the glass one. I took the plastic one. Stop it.
Has that changed it much or not?
I don't know. I'm looking in the nose, which seems to have opened up a bit.
Listen.
It's definitely changed it.
Okay, it opened it up to like sugary. A lot. Oh.
It's to me. It's more fruity. Definitely. It almost not quite
like,
plummy.
Like a fruity sugar cookie.
Yeah.
Like
I'm getting
what do you
that
call the
baked, like a baked
not
dough.
shortbread, but
What if I said tropical flan?
I don't know.
okay.
That means absolutely nothing to me.
Yes, I can see that. That's not a phrase that I would have.
Yeah, I can
used
see
probably, but now that you've said it, I can.
Flan with
that is
fruit.
Amazing.
Flan with fruit and whipped cream. Very
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of icing. A lot of icing sugar came out on that water almost instantaneously.
Yellow fruit.
Oh, this is really, really good. Whatever the fuck it is, James.
Whatever
Thank you.
is
This is really good. This is really tasty.
Is it Lafroy? It's probably going to be my favorite Lafroy ever.
Yeah.
James, I'm gonna lock in my guess for pink is Ardmore Tradition.
Okay.
Ooh.
He picks a non-brand.
Right.
I love it. You're that ballsy, eh? Jeremy's like, I'm calling it out.
He's in Australia. You don't care.
He thinks I'm throwing these curveballs to you guys. It's amazing. So we've got a couple of guesses there. I want you guys to write down at least what brand you guess each one is.
Okay.
Let's go to our third whiskey. Tyrconnell Sherry Finish, Lafroy 25. There we go.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
That's so far. Those are my locked in. Although I know I'm terrible for going back and changing my mind, but
see,
this is really so good. My God.
I just know
I think you're doing what we call Brad spoiled. This is called being Brad spoiled, where you get exposed to like just a marvelous fucking whiskey, and it's gonna end up being some like gnarly thing that only ambassadors get and all that, and we're just sitting here, and it's payback because I've definitely bumped up many friends to a new wine bracket over the years, so it's payback.
So definitely, this one, like is way more standout sherry now to me.
Oh, it's such a cherry bomb. Oh my god.
Well, it jumped out even more now.
Is it a bourbon or is it a scotch?
Zero. This is 100% a sherried scotch. I'm gonna say.
Scotch.
All right.
So this is the third one we jumped now. This is the green bottle.
Yep.
Oh, it is, Kate. This is so. This is sherry on the nose to the level of like Glenfarclas 105. Like it is such a sherry bomb on the nose. I could smell this for hours and hours. Lots of plum and grape, peach, I believe like a stewed peach. We like to. Oh, good God!
Oh, that's speaking to me in so many ways. This was a fun lineup to do with you guys.
God, this tastes so familiar. It tastes so familiar.
There's peach.
Yeah, there is. There absolutely is. Very subtle. Very, very subtle.
Oh, this is really tasty.
And it's really dark. What the hell is really dark and subtly peaty? Bowmore, right?
Bowmore.
It has to be Bowmore.
Yeah.
But this is like really.
That is very subtle.
Oh
super subtle.
Oh,
I like that because the sherry, it's all sherry and nice dark fruits first, and then rolls into the peat.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Super, super chill. Super.
I can't believe the
Glengarrick. That's a brand.
Oh,
isn't it?
do they do peated? It could be. It could be a.
Yeah.
It could be a non-Isla peat.
Because there's a couple of Highland distilleries in there, and you've got Auchentoshan.
Auchentoshan, we have 0 peat in our distillery at Auchentoshan. We've never peated a whiskey at Auchentoshan.
Yeah, but sometimes there's that subtle peat note. I don't know whether or not it's because of the barrels that have been used.
Yeah, I mean, you're more likely in our peat categories. You're more likely to experience brands like Bowmore, Lefroy naturally. Our secondary brands might be that I don't talk to, but Highland Park and the Macallan category, we also have a big distribution access to.
Highland Park.
And then also Glengarry, but we don't have a lot of peat. As a matter of fact, I don't think I have anything in that category that is peated out of that category.
There you go. Or he's just throwing you a total curveball and he just pulled your teachers and then darkened it.
Pomegranate note in there. It's actually fantastic.
That would be
Teachers is bloody brilliant.
Oh, it is. It is.
We have Ardmore as well. That would be a peated single malt that we do have access to.
Well, I said Ardmore tradition for the pink.
Oh yeah, you did. Good call out.
Yeah.
That's a really unique call out. That would be throwing a major curveball.
Wow, I can't get over
the benefit of not having to taste or smell anything. You could just make things up and choose randomly.
This might be my new favorite sherry nose over Glenfarclas 105. It's so
we know now
abundantly sherry. It's unreal. I can't get over. And the color on this, folks.
All right.
Oh, that's so tasty.
It is really good.
This is so much fun.
This is so hard, man.
Yeah.
I am like dying right now.
Has everyone locked in an idea yet or not?
Yes. Personally, I think the green. I'm like 73% confident that that's Bowmore.
Yeah.
Can anyone
I don't know
name
which
that
one.
expression?
No, not even a chance.
No way. Sorry.
Guys, I will tell you this. Take a guess. Because when you take guesses, you just may be closer to a sample of Bowmore 27-year-old.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You're kidding.
Let me just have a quick
Bowmore 12-year-old. All right. Dan's guess is in.
I think it's like a unique. I want to say it's a single cask sherry, only because I'm getting like, I don't know. I get that brine. I get like a Bowmore brine note in there. The sherry is just abundantly the main powerhouse here. Lots of stewed fruits. It is such a sherry bomb, but I don't think it's Like I'm not getting that age because when the peat does come in at the end, it's
So
it's still punchy.
We're talking the
I wanna
green, right?
say-
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to go the 15. For more 15. That's
I
my
think
guess.
I think that they have some single cask sherry releases, but I'm not 100% positive. So I'm just taking a shot at that. I've never had any, but I'm guessing because James is a sneaky guy. So
I've had the 12, and I'm familiar with the
circle
12
this one.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Bamor.
12.
It doesn't taste like the 12 to me.
Because the Bamor is ex-bourbon and then Oloroso, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
The 15.
Yeah,
sorry.
but
yeah.
But Void,
So-
have you ever had a single cask sherried Bamor 12?
No,
Dude, I'm just
listen, man. I can't get that in the weeds because, man, I don't know those weeds.
No, well, for the record, it doesn't taste like Bamor 12 to me either.
Okay,
But that's
So
why
I would go with one of the weird ones like Vault Edition or something.
to me,
Yeah,
it's older.
that's what I think it is. I'm just not too familiar. So I said a 12-year sherried, and I went with single cask because it's just got a lot of robust notes in there that might be potentially. I'm literally shooting in the dark here, but there's
we all are.
Right now.
You got more words than I got.
everything. So
All right.
everything.
So we're
Circle
talking green. So
Green.
what have we got? Dan, what was your guess?
A
12?
sherried,
Cast sherry.
yeah,
something.
sherry cask.
So I'm just going to put a single release.
I'm gonna say 18 or
All
more
right.
18.
And I'm going to say Vault Edition just because to be different.
Okay,
And I said 15, and Brad's a Vault Edition.
Christina.
Uh, um,
Pardon me.
I don't know Boomer that well, so I'm gonna have to probably go with the same thing that Void said. Boomer 18.
Don't pick something completely different. Be bold.
Double your
Yeah,
odds.
you
by
gotta
picking
hedge your
something
bets
different.
here, man.
Well, everybody else said something else that I would also say too. So it's like,
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough.
So now that we're done this and we've gone through the 3 whiskeys, I want you to enjoy them all. And
Done.
somebody's actually hit one expression, tit for tat.
What?
Somebody
congratulations,
nailed-
Dan.
No. Somebody nailed it.
All right, so it's got to be Jeremy then, because of course
That would be hilarious. That would be awesome, actually.
It's
Jeremy
Bowmore
would
15.
go.
I bet you it's Bowmore 15.
it's got to be.
You know why? Listen, you said
That'd be
18. I said 12. I should have fucking put it different.
I called if it is indeed correct, I called 15 before any of you bastards.
That's why I said if you got it right, that's what it was.
So
I
that's what all 3. Let's go back to all 3 that we've tasted. And I think all you guys have done a fantastic job, to be honest with you. Do you all have your envelopes in front of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Babe, Dwyer,
So let's
Babe,
get our
I
guesses
need
in
you
though for
to
all of them, right?
envelope.
Yeah, all right, get
Dan doesn't
everyone.
have the envelope because he has it locked. He didn't trust
Dwyer
us.
had the
What's
envelope
everyone's
since I got the package. Babe,
that's right. So
Hey,
what's
so-
everyone's guess for pink?
Yeah,
Hang on,
for
I'm just gonna
pink,
mute Dan
pink
for a
is an
minute.
old Lefroy.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna
some
say.
kind of old Lefroy.
If we have to get specific, oh fuck.
Oh, hang on,
I
Dan.
just have to
I'm
look this up.
What are you going? Lefrog 25. All right, I'm muting you again.
I guess we'll do this.
Lefrog 25 for Dan.
Jeremy's keeping really good score here. I love it.
Yep. What about you, Nessie?
Give me a minute.
All right, Brad.
See, I would have gone Lefroy 25 too. But I don't
Yeah, you can lock
Just
that in.
old Lefroy. for
I've
sure.
gone Ard more traditional because I've got no fucking clue what it smells like. I'm just going on your notes.
Right.
But that was the reason that I asked you to drop the water in, because I know that shit opens up beautifully into like fruity notes and everything when you drop a bit of water in there.
I think it's. Oh man, how much did you spoil us?
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go out on a stupid limb and say it's a 30.
Also, Dan's talking and his mic's muted, which is hilarious.
I think he's talking to his child or his wife.
No, he was talking to us, and now he's looking for the unmute. There he
There you
goes.
go.
Are we opening the results?
No,
Not yet. Not
we
yet.
got to lock in all the guesses.
Okay.
Nessie is the only one who is yet to lock
Now
in.
he's teasing us by putting the 30 and the 25 next to him. I see how it's going.
Oh,
Doing well.
This is when you find out like it's a cask release Lefroy, and we were all wildly wrong.
I mean,
I know, right?
I will be amazed if any of my guesses are even the right goddamn distillery.
It's Lefroy 10, Lefroy 10, and Lefroy 10 with a little bit of coloring. That's
It's definitely not.
just to mess with us.
I didn't spit it out immediately.
oh my
so-
God! Imagine that was that new Lefroy sherry cat. No, that's not punch. For 10-year Lefroy, it would be way punchier on the peat. No.
All
I'm
right.
not. I'm.
So what's your guess, Nessie? I'm going to mute Dan again in a minute.
Fuck it. We'll say that maybe he didn't spoil us too bad, and I'm gonna go with Lefroy the 1815.
1815.
Oh no!
Oh,
Good
look at
call.
that! Yeah, that's not
Right,
spoiling
right.
at
That's a
all.
little bit of a. All right. So for the yellow, look, I'm going to go an absolute Hail Mary and go Kilbeggan.
Yellow, I got no damn clue other than I think it's an Irish.
So Void is
I'm
going
getting
Irish.
going back to the yellow. I'm thinking Connemara now, but I don't.
Oh, fuck. God.
But there's a couple of them. So even if it's Connemara, like, is it?
Because there is an
Connemara? Is it
unbeaten one, isn't
12?
there?
I don't know.
But there's a bunch of Kilbeggans too.
There is a bunch of.
Yeah.
I'd go
Man,
yellow Connemara 12 for yellow.
All right. Brad
I
is.
don't think it's Connemara because
I
it's too
don't
weird.
think it is either, but for some reason that's what my brain is saying right now.
Fuck.
That's what I'm.
Connie 12.
What is a weird...
I'm okay being wrong. I expect.
Ty Connell sherry finish. Nice.
What the hell is a weird Irish? Because this is
This
weird.
might be the funnest time I've ever had. Just watching the four of you, like, just twisting in pain.
These jackasses don't know what they're doing. It's hilarious.
Well, we just learned something very important about James. He's a sadist.
Nice. Welcome.
These are people. All right.
It's amazing.
Dan.
Listen, Christina, if someone wants to send you whiskey and then laugh at you while you drink it, that's okay with me. That's,
It's
All
okay
right.
with me too.
So Nessie is the last for her yellow guess.
You're really gonna make me try and guess something here, huh?
Yeah.
You gotta guess something.
Go with a wine
So
finish Irish. Has anyone said wine finish yet? Because if it's not a sherry finish,
Yeah.
it could be a
That's
wine
why-
finish.
That's why I originally thought Teeling, because Teeling did have some really, really nice like wine finish things. But then I thought, would James go off brand or would he stay on brand?
No,
Or-
you know what?
Yeah.
Which is why I went for it.
You're swaying me here. I'm gonna go Teeling.
Do you know the history of healing?
Only
No.
loosely. I know it's like a Boston dude is the distiller at the moment.
So the history of Teeling actually stems, if we go back deep into history, from the Tyrconnell, the Cooley distillery.
Oh, so
So
the
if it ends
Tyrconnell
up being
might be-
hey, if it ends up being a Teeling and I said Tyrconnell, I still that still counts.
100% accurate. That's my take
All right.
as well.
So what are you throwing in there? Hang on a second. Let me just look at possible.
So the reason why I chose the Tyrconnell sherry finish is because I'm fairly certain it's pot still Irish. Like 95, 96% sure. Confident enough. And I am getting that tannic wine kind of sherry note. And again, whenever I get that, when I want to say it's a white wine finish, I always, in the past, it's turned out to be a very short period of time in a sherry cask. So that's why I went for that. And as for narrowing down the Tyrconnell, I just know that they had a lot of different casks, different types of casks, and so I went with Tyrconnell. It could easily be any other Irish, but I just know that I had a couple of the Tyrconnells, and they were, akin to this.
I can't tell if you're convincing yourself or you're trying to sway Nessie into a choice.
No, I'm just talking about why I went. For that one.
Hold on.
Man,
Because I like to provide a little bit of
fantastic.
science behind my decisions. Okay, Jeremy.
science.
Whatever these are, they're all great.
Yeah, I mean-
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
So here,
so-
let me ask you guys, which has been your favorite so far?
Honestly, man, like I have to say my absolute favorite would be the pink, followed by the yellow, just because it's so damn weird and confusing to me.
Yeah,
and fell out by the green, and the green's delicious.
I
So
think I'm on board with that order. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So Brad's
for
in the
me-
same order.
I'm a green, I'm a pink, green, and yellow, and it's really close between the yellow and green. The yellow has that factor of, again, it was just so surprising. I just thought I was expecting a very gentle, very easy, typical like a creamy Irish pot still, and then again on the tongue, it was like just an explosion of so many notes and layers there. So really enjoyed that, but. That sherry nose, I don't know if it's just me particularly right now, but the nose on that sherry, what I guessed as we all guessed as the Bowmore is
So we still need now.
I know we're waiting on me. I
Nessie's
get it.
yellow and yes, Nessie's favorite whiskey.
My favorite, I think I'm gonna have to go green, pink, yellow.
All right, so it's Dan that he doesn't like.
by the way, James, just for you.
Seriously.
Yes.
Seriously.
And honestly,
absolutely.
Thank you very much, James, because this has been so much fun. An absolute blast. And
guys.
to all the viewers, I haven't even been looking at the chat. I haven't even had it open. So,
dude,
hey,
I've been so wrapped up.
Sorry.
That's all right. James and I have been sorting it. We've answered questions. Things have been
Excellent. Excellent.
And there's a lot of good conversation there. You know, and it's been awesome. Steve, thank you. I like you too. With that being said, why don't we get someone to open
Wild guess.
their
Wild guess
letters?
is Healing 16.
All right, Tealing 16 for Nessie.
All right,
Wild
the envelope has been perforated.
All right, Void, read what pink is to start with.
Read one. Read one.
Read one.
Just pink.
Oh my god.
Look at this.
Just read the
Holy
pink.
shit.
Okay, pink.
Okay, what's pink?
Pink. I'm going to read the description because there's a lovely description here.
Yes, and then read the
then I'll say what it is. Previously aged in refill hogsheads and then transferred into first fill ex-bourbon barrels and refill quarter casks. A beautiful eye of burnished gold. A nose gives of ripe and tropical fruit flan topped and toasted macadamia nuts and smothered with vanilla ice cream. On the palate, the smoke is tempered by limes and nectarines with some sea salt and mild chill. It is 41.7 ABV.
Okay.
It's probably still cask strength.
It is 27 years old, and it is Lafroig.
Oh, 27.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
No wonder.
This is my first 27-year-old Lafroig.
My God, my friend.
Christina, that one was for you. I poured that one for you to get you on the Lafroig train and off all those other bloody that you're on.
I like that.
That was 100% the right call. That's 100% the right call for the water to that too, because that would have just opened up beautifully.
So good.
Well, Christina, just know that the Lafroig train has now coupled to the Ardbeg train.
Right. They don't have to fight. They don't have to fight. It's fine.
Just a couple of the cars on the Lafroig train, like
absolutely, sure.
Not all of them.
Yeah, you know what? I can't wait. I'm pouring up some of that Carchus Triplewood to add another couple cars to that train because I know you guys will like that one. It is. I've been purposely waiting, holding on to that one. It is stellar.
I still hold on that Lafroig is nothing except pear champagne.
So I'm gonna get Dan to read out yellow.
By the way, I love knowing the answers right now. This is amazing.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to say, I think we did really good on that, guys. Did we all guess 25 Lafroig on that?
I guess 30.
We were all like an old Lafroig.
We were all saying Lafroig.
More professional than you think. Okay, folks, on the yellow.
Bullshit. Don't tell them that.
trying to do
This
here?
is a double distilled Irish whiskey made up of a raw and malted barley, along with 2.5% oats in the mash bill. A recipe that dates back to the 1800s. Neat. Initial fresh, crisp aroma, followed by apple, pear, and melon. There's all that apple we were getting. Jasmine and hazelnut notes combined with an almost honeycomb sweetness. Spice becomes apparent, but not overbearing, with summer fruits and citrus. Warming mid-palate with a fresh mint leaf flavor, leading on to a rich, creamy mouthfeel. That is Kilbegan single pot still, and it's at 43 and I guess 46. It's the only one I guess the ABV on, and I wasn't too okay. Now
that's awesome. I've never had a Kilbegan. That's great.
That's good.
So good. That was really good.
You know what? It was when they were
oats.
starting to say that they were confused in the thing, and I'm like, yeah, it was either Teeling or Kilbegan, and I went with brand.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
So good.
Yeah, dude, that was literally 15 minutes ago, actually. Like, all jokes aside.
And John just put a weird comment up, and thank you for posting that, because that is very true. So when the Teeling family left the Cooley distillery as employees, they actually, part of the deal was to take some of the cask with them. And so often when we talk about Teeling in history, Teeling actually, the founders of Teeling actually came from the Cooley and the Kilbegan family, all connected off.
Which is awesome. Well, I've proved myself somewhat professional. I'm happy. I got one.
I think you guys did really amazing, to be honest with you. And, you know, we're going to get Christina or Brad. I don't care who. You choose that, Jeremy. But, you know, let's announce the third one. But you guys did phenomenal, because you nailed the brand in almost every single one, at least the style, if not. And you guys were all spot on. This was wicked to see. So let's go for the third release.
All right, Dan, you get to read out green, my friend.
You want me to read again?
No, Christina gets to read.
Christina, go.
One.
Oh yeah, that was the one she liked the most. Was
this
green.
one?
Yeah,
this one.
It was.
I just want to say real quick before Christina reads this out. This has officially, so on the business level of things here, James, you've just turned someone right back onto one of those bottles, because for the price that this bottle is at and the availability is at, this is what I love about blinds. This is what I love about blinds. I've just found a stellar, absolutely screecher of a value bottle right here. So I'll let Christina read that.
This standout amongst the core lineup sees its first 12 years in ex-bourbon casks, and then finishes for 3 years in cherry oloroso. Burnt sienna in color, dark chocolate and raisin aromas complement the classic but more smokiness. Wonderful cedar wood and rich treacle coffee flavored.
Treacle.
I knew I was going to mess that one up.
All right.
Spicy toffee, sherry, and barley. 43% ABV. Bowmore 15.
Bowmore 15.
Nice.
So fucking
Very
close.
Unbelievable.
And I'm going to be honest.
You're part of our lineup. And
I'm
Jeremy,
going to be honest. As James said, like, it was you guys. Only reason I could pick that as a potential, and what it was yes, the color played a key to it, but the tasting notes and knowing you bastards so well, I knew roughly what you were tasting.
You know what? I'm just going to blame the Dutch hive mind again.
Yeah,
Sure.
Dutch hive mind.
So
I could taste it through
I nailed that. I guess that as a friggin' single cask, which says a lot, because for me, not for everyone, generally I get a lot more out of a single cask. I find that they're more or less, on the whole, a little more enjoyable than a standard release blend of casks. But
and
this
that's
is
only
absolute.
344 ABV.
It is 43% ABV and a remarkable flavor for 43%. An unbelievable amount of layers in there for a lower ABV dram. I didn't even tender.
Steve, this is the professionalism that you've come to expect from Cast.
I called
I'm sure.
2 of them, Steve.
So just so you guys know, I'm going to get you all a sample of the Bowmore 27-year-old time.
No.
Oh my god,
that is extremely generous.
Sorry,
you
Jeremy,
are-
it's tough to be in Australia.
No, seriously.
So listen, can we,
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's all of them. Like,
Jeremy,
Jeremy.
can we?
Nice.
Hi.
So,
I
if
So
you
Jeremy.
guys want to check out a previous one of these that James did, and some more, I'm sure in the future, check them out on Instagram as well as Facebook at World Whiskey, spelt the right way than the wrong way.
Wow. Taking sides. Okay, that's interesting.
Trying to keep track of that.
Yeah, so always lots of fun stuff that he's got going on there, as well as the other content he's always sharing. I can't remember the cocktail gentleman that you always have awesome videos going on there with that dude making wicked cocktails, and always a good follow. Great fun follow on Insta, and you get awesome stuff like this, folks. So give him a follow and check it out. Because Jesus Christ, you don't want to miss out on the excitement.
and
Guys,
and
I
I'm
got
going
to
to thank
pass
James.
a thing to you before
No,
anyone
I'm-
else goes.
I'm
Thank
thanking
you so much for
James.
being a part of this.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you,
It is-
sir.
Yeah,
I
you know
should've-
what? No.
I
no.
literally
Screw
should have
all of
left
you.
15
I'm out.
minutes ago. All right, see ya. I've got to stop doing that.
The producer has way too much power.
He really does. One of these days should revoke that.
No, I'm gonna thank you, James. It's been an absolutely fantastic night for some people. I am probably going to be late for work, but I'm a government employee.
Australia doesn't even exist. You don't need to worry about that. It's fine.
Fair.
That's it, right?
Fair.
No, it has been a fantastic night to watch these 4 or 3 people go
you.
through the notes, and yeah, absolutely enjoyable. Thank you.
Thank you very much, James. This was great.
This is
Yeah,
really fun.
and thanks for spoiling the.
And these are all
hack.
delicious.
So,
well, guys, let's raise a glass to you all because you are all amazing people. And to continue my trend, I'm just going to pour a little bit of a very special whiskey, Bowmore 27-year-old Timeless that I did a tasting with today.
Nice.
Nice.
Lovely.
Because this is all going to come to you your way very soon.
my
And you'll all
Lord.
get a sample of my favorite whiskey that I've ever put to my lips. And I can tell you now, if you look at the coloration of this, it is absolutely stunning.
It is beautiful. That is just.
Oh my
Jeez.
good lord. Make
That
that
is
man center
airing-
stage.
That is airing on a very young port almost in its color. Oh,
It's absolutely insane for a whiskey. So, guys, you know, you've all been wicked. Thank you so much to everyone who followed. I'm doing another one of these next week. I don't know if it's going to be Facebook or Instagram, but I've got lots of guests coming up that are going to be on these. They're super fun. You guys were balls of fun, exactly what I expected. Brandon, hello. So good to see you. Thank you for the recent follows and the support and the Kilbeggan train that so many people have been pushing. So a lot of new releases coming out too. Stay tuned for Kilbeggan Black hitting market this year.
Oh.
Interesting.
A slightly peated Kilbeggan.
Yeah, you've got the
I need it. Okay,
the
fine.
cult headquarters.
You've
You've
sold me.
away by the name.
and I think it'll probably require some organization because I think to repay we may have to do a favor back to you, which is we all at certain point we'll get together and we will pour our favorite whiskey and send the samples to you and do the flight in reverse.
Already in my head, sir.
We
Get
can
out
we
of,
can work
get out
that
of the
out.
hive mind. Damn it.
We can work that out.
Right? So
I
I'll
don't do these this way. I do them that way.
Yeah. Well, you're here now, and we do things different.
and it'll be completely off brand. So
Yeah, that's not... Expect randomness.
I will make sure we send you a Lefroy from Cult headquarters.
That would be nice.
no,
You already
send
know-
him-
You know that sample's gonna be an Ardbeg.
I know.
So, I'm gonna leave the actual end of stream to Dan or Brad because I do need to go to work. But absolute delight meeting you, James. And yeah, I'm the producer. I can just say, come on anytime. We'll sort it out. Always welcome.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Looking forward to it, guys.
All right. See you.
See you, mate.
Bye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy. For the 2 minutes we have left.
I know. I was going to say, aren't we all signing off now?
I mean, we can.
We'll sign it off with a toast to everyone at home. Thanks for checking us out. Again, follow James at World Whiskey on Insta and on Facebook, and give us a like and follow if you haven't already. And yeah, have a good evening and stay healthy, stay happy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Rockstars, guys. Cheers.
Woo!